This is my process video for my image. For the first step, I took 2 photos and wanted the bottom of the one image that was blurred out and the top of the other image that was blurred out. And I wanted to completely focus on the watch, so I took 2 different photos so certain parts were in focus and certain parts were out of focus. And so I decided that it was going to be easiest to take the 2 blurred parts, as you can see. For the second step, I combined the photos, and so I took the photo that doesn't have a watch in it, and then I put a layer mask on it and took the black brush and then went over it to pop out the parts of the image that I wanted to come through from the other image. And so I took the blurred out mountains and then the watch and then the shadows from the watch. And so you can see here, that's where I took the black brush to the layer mask and then applied it, and that's what happened. For the third step, I wanted to make the object shine, so I wanted the watch to have a more shiny effect. For this, I added a completely blank layer and filled it in with black, and then I turned the filter to color dodge, and then what do is you take a white brush and then you turn the flow down the whole way down to like 4%, and then you can go over the parts and you get a shiny effect. For the fourth step, I used the clone tool because I wanted to completely get rid of the bushes and the greenery. And so what I did was I just went back and forth from the mountains and then the desert part, and then went back and forth between the two in order to make it even out, and then so there's no in between of the two. And so then for my fifth step, I wanted to create a gloomy sky because in the photo that I was emulating, it had a gloomy sky, and I wanted to do that myself. But in El Paso, where I live, we don't really get gloomy skies. It's mainly just sunny, so I had to go base it off of a pure blue sky, as you can see, and then just color it in. And what I did was I mainly just used the brush and then went from light and dark, and then I took the clone tool and just kind of went over it with very, very low flow to get it the effect that I had. And then I went over the mountain effect to give it a kind of a misty, cloudy vibe, as you can see. And for my sixth step, I adjusted the hue and the saturation. And so I adjusted the hue to -3% or -3, the saturation to +15, and then the lightness to -16. And this just kind of made it to give more of a gloomy feel to the rest of the photo, so it kind of flowed all together. For the seventh step, I added words because in the photo I was emulating, it had the hill figure title, but I didn't do a hill figure watch because I don't have a hill figure watch, so I did a Nixon, and so I put Nixon, and what I did was I spaced out each letter so it wasn't completely full and then conjoined together, and then I changed the opacity to 51 so that you could see a little more of the background, and it wasn't just full letters of white, and it gives it more of a misty, cloudy vibe. And then here's my final image, and I overall am very proud of it. And yeah, that's all. Thank you.